now. Shit, I'm really fading now. Yeah. I'm smoking on green now, I'm blowing these trees out, yeah. I'm making a scene now, you make me a fiend now, yeah. I smoke so much, I only feel good when I fade out. I drink so much, I only feel good when I black out. I'm getting fast money.
Yo. What's up? Welcome back to episode 13 of the Playas Only podcast. I'm your host, C Swerve.
I'm the Right Guy.
It's your boy Cruz.
And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Ardell Wrignt himself.
Yes, sir. What's up, my guys, man?
We are here. Quickly, I want to say thank you to Mark for taking one for the team. I know you had a man filling your seat for today.
He'll do you justice, man.
Yeah, I got you. I promise, I got you.
But anyway, started off, bro. AD, how have you been this past week?
First of all, we have to introduce who AD is.
This is the maestro, the guru.
This is a guy. Like, if it weren't for this dude right here, we would not even be sitting in these
seats. The mayor of Gainesville himself.
This guy, man. This guy. Yeah, I gave y'all the name, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have.
So
that is the name of the episode.
And the quick backstory, AD himself had a podcast he was running right here in Jersey with his crew.
Yeah.
And one day he didn't have any guests, so he invited me. He said, "You'll bring two of your friends." My two friends are
These
right here.
These are the two friends he brought.
And he named the podcast The Extraordinary Players, which soon became the title of our channel.
Yeah.
YouTube channel name became the
everything comes
Playas Only podcast.
Yeah, man. It's good watching y'all, man, because I mean, I've been around this dude since what, 9th grade?
Yeah, no, before. I was
Maybe
like 14, 15, yeah.
That's right, because you ain't started at Tech yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's way before.
That's when I used to come play basketball in the front front yard. I mean, like the parking lot. Yeah.
He's a bust our ass.
Yeah.
For real.
Hot garbage back then.
Was like superhero, like a superhero. He come outside with the bun up shirt and a watch.
So we used to think this was LeBron, yo. We was hey, this him. And we were like, that motherfucker, he on my team. He on my team.
Yeah. Carlos used to always do that shit, especially when I had somewhere to go. Hey, come shoot. Come show him you can shoot, bro. Come show him you can shoot. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you.
I remember I only played on that front yard like once.
Yeah.
And I got my ankles took that day.
Yeah.
It was wet outside. It was raining. My ankles ain't really took. They were still attached, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I used to have some real deal battles out there though.
Yo, we saw
Me and Rafi was fought 1,000 times.
100, yo. I think we fought one. Yeah, we wrestled one day because it was that serious.
Yeah.
We wrestled one day. Like, no, we gotta get this anger out.
You trying to grab my thighs? Why your thighs so big? I can't grab that shit.
That's when you was skinny too, right?
Yeah, well, we used to take it serious, man.
Yeah, before y'all had tattoos and
I only got 3 tattoos,
beards and stuff.
Rafi got
Holy
a million. Rafi got his whole arm done.
We all got beards and tattoos.
Yeah.
Mine's trimmed up. Mine's a little.
Well, bro, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. In town for spending holidays with my kid.
Because right now you're in Florida, right? In Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah.
And you're doing a DJ thing.
Yeah, we just moved to Tampa.
So how's that move? How was the process of moving? Because I heard that's extremely painful.
Like, no matter where you are.
It is, bro. Like, moving is... oh, my God. So, all right. So, we signed for a house, for our rental property the same day and then moved the same day.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It was like... And I tried to buy a car the same day. It was just wasn't enough time in the day. It was crazy. But I do like Tampa because it's a lot more that I could do. Especially, like, DJing and, like, creating music and all that kind of stuff.
Tom Brady's city?
Yeah. Yeah, Tampa Bay.
How was the parade? Did you go to
I wasn't there. Yeah. And they had COVID like restrictions when they won. So
does that exist in Florida? Or does it even exist?
Bro, stop.
Listen, this is a guy from Jersey.
Everybody thinks Florida's crazy.
I mean, it is. All you hear is Florida, man.
It's not. I tell people like this, like you gotta like Florida is like the capital of like old people. So of course all the COVID stuff is like going.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
It's just that, the news and social media, like,
bro,
y'all think different.
Yo, you guys have to he put me on, bro. What was it? Quick? No. What was it? That spot. The good sandwiches, bro.
You say Quick?
No, it wasn't Quick.
Quick's is a Patterson thing, yeah?
Come on, bro. The good sandwiches, the good chicken. Publix.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Publix, the chicken tender sub. Shout out to Publix.
Yo, in Jersey or Florida?
It's all south. It's down south.
Bro, the spot, bro.
Yeah.
Publix.
Best chicken I've
ever
had in my life.
I've never been down south.
We never chew me. We from
Jersey. Well, that was when you came to Kissimmee?
Yeah, I still set up when I got here. Like, yo, where the hell can I find Publix? Let's just say like 2-hour drive.
That shit far.
You drove 2 hours for that?
No.
Publix, where we at is like, it's like Stop and Shop, just better.
Bro, it's
I don't even go to Stop and
the
Shop,
best
really.
chicken I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. Shout out to Publix. Like if you from Florida, it's a rite of passage to get a chicken tender.
I feel like
sub.
every state got like a rite of passage.
Yeah,
that they
like
got
that's
going on.
ours. Like y'all should be like the bagels and the
Pizza.
Yo,
yeah.
Jersey pizza better than New York
Yeah,
pizza,
like
I'm just
the
saying.
ham and cheese and whatever that
Bacon
shit.
and cheese.
Yeah, that
Bacon
shit
and cheese.
with the ketchup and shit.
Salt,
Our
pepper,
shit
ketchup.
is a chicken tender sub. You gotta have one.
Yo,
And you
I
gotta
had
have
a
it.
chicken tender sub? I
Bro,
thought it
yeah.
was just like chopped
Wait, so
chicken.
chicken tender, like chicken cutlet, like it's like a.
No, not cutlet.
Like cutlet, like
nah,
the
it's
tender.
like tender.
Bro.
They chop it up.
Oh,
And you
shit.
can get your sauce, and what they do is they put it in like a bag and shake it. Get the sauce all on it, put it on there. You get your
Mouth watering
cheese.
already,
You
bro.
get to make it, and you gotta get it toasted. Like that's the thing. Like you gotta get it toasted. Like if you don't get it
Shit.
toasted, you lose it. I don't get it toasted sometimes, depending on what I'm wearing, because it do get like real flaky. But your first like ever, you gotta get it toasted.
Toast? Nah, Publix. I don't know
Bro, we
any
out.
And
situation.
then you
around
get
down
like
south,
like
but
they
if
have
I
like
ever
their
do-
drinks. Like you know how Wawa has like their own like lemonade and shit.
yeah.
So Publix have like their own
Yes, I remember.
lemonade
That
and
shit was
iced tea
slapping.
and like stuff like that.
Cause
Right?
when I go to Florida, I don't like Florida food. I'm used to the Jersey food.
I don't
sorry,
like
I'm
Florida
sorry. I don't,
food.
like I don't like the McDonald's there. I don't like none of that shit.
Yeah.
But that Publix, I
Yeah,
was
Publix
moved,
is where
bro.
it's at, man.
I
So it's
almost
like the
moved down
Wawa,
there.
Florida. It's like
Yeah,
the
but it's
Wawa
an
down
actual grocery store.
Oh, so like
Oh, so it's like you just go in and be like, hey yo, my man, like let me get like this right here.
Yeah, it's
Let me get a chicken
yeah.
tender sandwich.
Bro.
Yeah, let me get chicken tender. Don't say sandwich, you'll get laughed at. You say chicken tender sub.
So wow.
Sub.
Yo, that
So-
happened to me.
Yeah.
Where
I told
you
her,
said sandwich,
I
you're like,
was
yo, what you talking about?
The
Yeah.
funny thing, the girl who was serving me, she was from Jersey, right? She said, oh, I'm from Jersey, sorry. So, oh, me too. I'm from North Jersey, so I'm from South Jersey. I was like, oh.
That's not Jersey.
That's not Jersey.
That's not
Oh, you from PA? Okay.
That's what I said. She was like, oh, we say you guys don't exist. Well, we're down there. I'm like, oh, really? So like a little battle?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's,
North Jersey wins all the time.
What? Nobody talks about South Jersey.
What's
What is
even
it talking
in
about?
South Jersey? Like,
what was it? Camden. I had to go to Camden to play basketball a couple times.
How is it over
Camden
there?
Rutgers
It's rough.
rejected me.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Bro, can you walk me through your journey? Because I met you, right?
Yeah.
You was working, the regular 9 to 5, right? And you had did you have a breakthrough? Like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this shit and I want to do my own thing.
Yeah, you mean when I moved up, when I'm like
Yeah.
finally moved?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I was living here because I went to school, played basketball here and all that shit.
Wait, like how long you lived there before you left?
Like 10 years.
Yeah,
No.
you been here for
So you
minutes.
went to high school and shit.
No. Scratch that. In total, it was like 10 years. So I went to Passaic County, and then I
You
went
went to Tech?
PCCC.
no Negro.
Oh, PCCC.
And then I went to, and then
You can
I,
say it.
and then I went to, and then that was good. That was good. Then I went to Fairleigh Dickinson to play basketball.
Oh,
you.
damn, what?
Yeah, and then I was here for a while.
I didn't know you was that good.
Come on, Rossi.
I was good.
Then I was here for a minute, and then I moved back home because my grandfather had passed. That's when I moved back.
I remember that.
And so I was working at like Mercedes or some shit and slanging cars, and I was making some good money, but I was bored as shit. And then I was like, yo, I like want to go back to Jersey or something because you know I ain't. It was fun and shit. When I left, I was having like good time. So then I hit up your cousin.
Shout out Lisbeth.
Yeah, and a friend of mine, my child's mother actually, and a friend of ours, they was like, "Yo, move to Jersey," and I was like, that's not how that works. Like, I can't. Yeah. So she was like, "Yo, you can stay with us. We got an extra room," and I was like, "Mind you, I've been in Liz's house like once since then. Like,
Dude, it's
I've been in her house twice, and I've been in once. We went inside once because I had to use the bathroom." Me and Castro, and then
I was like,
one
the
time we
quickest he ever
came.
did. Walked right out.
We came for Liani's. I want to say Liani's.
birthday.
Yeah, either no, somebody's baby shower. Maybe Angel. Maybe Angel's baby shower.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's Angel's baby shower. Because I just remember the parking lot being full of people.
Always.
Like that was like the first time I ever seen that. It was like, damn.
Welcome to the Dominican family, bro.
Yeah. So then she was like, "Yo, come live with us," and I was like, "That's not how that works either." Like
Like
You can't just walk in and be like, all right, I live here now.
yeah, like I was like, "Yo, like I'm not Spanish or nothing. Like I'm just gonna walk in here and be like, yo, you're
I'm saying that's your house, though.
yeah."
I
So
live here.
so they talked me into it, and I moved in, and then it was like some getting used to because you know Spanish people, like Latin people, they make you eat everything.
Yeah.
What really helped me like adjust was the tias. Yeah,
Shout out to all my aunts, man.
yeah, bro. Like they would come and like cook and like do the laundry and like clean up and like ask me if I wanted like something to eat randomly and stuff, and then
Always asking if you hungry.
yeah, and then like.
Even after you eat. You hungry?
It like worked
One of
because
them,
then
my
Liz
boy.
she got a cousin Albert who cut hair, And then she got
our barber, shout
Yeah.
out Al.
and then she got a cousin who fixed cars, Roy. So it was like,
Roy.
oh shit, you got
everything.
yeah, you got
the whole platoon.
And then Jeff Bezos, you got everything. So then we started, I started grinding, working, and met this guy. He came over, and then that was just it. Like, he came, I think the first time I met you was shooting on the baskets, and I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Just hit a whole bunch of bricks.
Yeah.
Some skinny ass with big thighs. Just big
So then I started
I remember like the day where I fucked with you. Like when I changed my name from whatever your name was on my phone to My Boy AD. It's still that to this day. It's just My Boy Space AD.
Yeah.
Is it M.A.?
Because I remember just going to a water park, right? On the way back, like at first I didn't know in the water park. I'm like, all right, cool. Random black guy driving the car, right? And then on the way back, because the best black guy driving the car.
The best.
And then I was like, I sit in the front with this black guy in the car. And then we got there, right? He played what was it? No, what's the Steak Talk? What was that Future song? Fuck with some commas.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, that's DS2.
Yes, I'm like,
So
yo.
when I moved back, it was the rise of like Fetty Wap and like Future.
It was like
2015.
2015.
Yeah, it was like 2015. So it was the summer, that summer, and then 2016.
Yeah.
It was like
damn.
yeah.
bro.
So I moved back like
Damn.
during that summer, like of 2015 or whatever, and yeah.
Changed my life.
That's when I started
I
listening
said, bro,
to rap music.
what the fuck is that
And
sound?
that's when
there?
rap music was like becoming like that Lil era where like Lil this guy came out, Lil this
Yeah,
guy
and
came out.
then like Future that was like marking like the end of like Future's run because we had the mixtapes already, and yeah, so you know about the whole army things, join the army,
Yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah blah. Started coaching, did some real estate, and then I got into radio through real estate.
I
So
remember the
yeah,
radio.
so then I worked for a couple internet radio stations, and that was what I was doing here, and then like they pissed me off because I gave them the idea to do this.
The podcast?
Yeah, like
So you saw it ahead because
Oh, yeah.
at that time the podcast game was not
yeah,
what it's
it
at
was
right now.
one. It was one
Podcast
hip hop.
game
It
was
was
crazy.
one hip hop podcast, and it was Juan Epstein. I think the name of it was. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it was. And then there was another one with Combat Jack, rest in peace. And then those are the two I used to listen to like all the time. And then so I used to tell the dude like, yo, we need to like podcast. It's the thing I learned about called podcast because it was it's been on the iPhone forever.
That's the app.
Yeah.
That I never used.
Yeah, and I saw a YouTube ad for like their show, and I went on like the app, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And like they were just talking, and they had like guests and shit. I was like, "Yo, this is dope." And he was like, "Yo, I need to make money." I was like, "Yo, just turn it into like a studio, and then people can rent it out." But he didn't do it, and then place got closed, and that's when I started like the Up South thing. That's when I started doing my own
South
podcast.
Media. Oh man.
Yeah. So then my aunt gave me like $200, and I bought like four $20.
Yo, people don't understand this guy's grind, bro.
Yeah.
Like the summers were out now. Summer, right? In high school, I'm doing shit. I used to go down to his apartment where he's living at with my cousin and stuff.
Yeah.
12 a.m. Nothing but an iPhone and a low ass mic and an old ass Chrome laptop.
Yeah.
Every single night. Welcome to the Gentleman's Lounge.
Yeah.
Like,
we was cranking that shit out.
Every single night.
Yeah.
At first, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, and I just kept going. And every night I'm sitting there, like, first time, let me just sit down and listen. And I just kept doing it, and I kept doing it, and I kept doing it. I just became addicted. I'm like, yo, this guy is grinding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like keeping up conversation for like an hour. It's like that, especially when you first starting off like that.
And by
It's like
yourself?
it's like a new
Yeah,
experience.
it was
by
just me
yourself.
at
He was
first.
by himself in the kitchen.
What?
bro,
In
In the
with an
kitchen,
iPhone.
I used to have to wait till because you know how the house be loud. So
Yeah.
I used to wait until like because
Everybody fell asleep.
yeah. So my Keep It Up South drop. That's Alexa.
Wow, you ever remember that? She
Yeah.
did the thing.
It took us like an hour. That was one of them hours. Yeah. So I used to. Carlos is right. He used to sit like right on the couch or right there, and I used to just be doing it, learning how to edit audio, all of it.
For
all of
hours,
it. Yeah.
bro.
Now I got like easy, close to $10,000 worth of equipment.
Wow.
Yeah, including my DJ stuff. But yeah.
No, but still, that's crazy. That's a crazy
damn.
grind.
Yeah,
Like that's
man.
something like you put time and dedication.
Yeah,
into, like,
there's pictures that come on my time hop when I'm doing interviews with just my iPhone like 6 or some shit like that. Yeah,
That
bro.
was my first phone.
Yeah.
Fun
And the
fact.
thing is, the people don't understand is the decision you make, especially you as an adult, saying I'm gonna stop doing the real estate what everybody
Yeah.
does, and switch to this.
Not just
that,
that, bro. He
that
went
middle
from
part.
working at Mercedes. He's like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
I'm going to Jersey. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing here? Just like, okay, I'm gone.
But
You know
the
what I mean?
ridicule, because you hear it, or in the underlying tone, you hear it from people, even if people don't want to say it to your face, like, you sure? Like, you sure? You hear the underlying tone.
Positive.
Yeah.
It's what you really
Like you
want to
see
do.
like the little facial reactions where it's like yeah you could do it, but they're not like 100% by it.
Yeah, I remember when I was telling like telling people like, yo, I'm gonna try like making a podcast, and they was like, a podcast. Now these are the same people, and mind you, they have podcasts now. So when I started that shit, it was like, you gonna do this? You gonna do radio? Like radio? Radio's free. Nobody listens to the radio and all that kind of stuff. And so doing that got me a job with the radio station back home, which is why I moved back in 2018.
And again, the more ridicule came from that.
Yep.
Leaving Jersey again, especially because you had a daughter at the. Well,
No, we have daughter
You
yet.
didn't have a daughter
Yeah,
yet.
we didn't have Roro yet. So I moved back, and it was a weekend I came up here to get more shit. Is when Roro was conceived.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Came back for one last shot.
Yeah.
Before
So-
I leave, I'm gonna make sure.
So it's one of those things where like, all right, now I guess I'm tied to Jersey for a minute, which is cool because I always wanted reasons to come back up here. So now I have a pretty decent one, and then
Pretty decent.
yeah. She's
important.
Yeah, she's alright. But then I got another job at a radio station where I had a morning show. I pretty much programmed the radio station, got it to where it is like now, and I actually learned how to DJ during like the pandemic.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah. So I started like making mixes for like the radio because I wanted to have a mix on my show.
I remember texting me like, yo, if there's any hot shit, just let me know.
Yeah. So that's when it started. And then the pandemic had like just started. So I would be in the office. I couldn't go anywhere but the studio. So I would just be in the studio like locked in. And I was like, I gotta figure this out. So old boy gave us a stimmy, and I took it and bought like my board. I caught it on some ridiculous like price for like $250. And I just taught myself how to do it. First I had like a laptop.
Yeah.
And I was playing music on like Facebook, like for people. Just random music.
Just
I
random.
remember
Yeah,
all of it.
or like Instagram Live. I would just play random like music, so people would like tune in, right? So then a friend of mine was like, "Yo, you should get you should DJ." And at first I was like, "Nah, I don't want to be hired to be DJing no weddings and stuff like that. It's corny." And then he was like, "Nah, bro, like I really make some good money from this." And I was like, "Bro, I don't even know where to start." He was like, "Nah, you got the music knowledge because I already had a hard drive with like a bunch of music from the radio station."
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, because I used to put the music on the radio station. So I already had all his music, and he was like, all right, follow these steps. And I followed the steps. And at first, I was trash. Like,
I mean, that's what
Garbage.
happens with everything you start with.
so I didn't know how to work nothing. I just knew how to get to the
Especially
next song.
Playing the crowd.
Yeah. So,
Gotta know your audience.
but I came from doing events, like hosting events. So I knew how to do that. I knew how crowds like listen to music. I just didn't know how to make it sound
How
cool.
to make it sound good.
Yeah, so then I met a mentor of mine who actually passed away this year. Yeah, shout out to my guy DJ Terra, and he got hired at the radio station. Now Terra was talking about a legend in Gainesville, a legend. Like he used to work with Funk Flex.
Damn.
Yeah, like when we was in high school, he used to work with like Funk Flex.
Like mentor Funk Flex or work together?
No, he worked with him. Like
Okay,
Funk Flex is a little older, but he was in New York, like working, like carrying the crates. Like he did that with Funk Flex.
Oh,
So when he came back, he took over the
People who
radio.
don't know who Funk Flex is, he's probably the biggest DJ in New York. Most
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah, drop one of he dropped one of the bombs. So he taught me, like, he came into the station one day and he was like, bro, like, I love your music, bro. I love your grind. But you can't mix for shit. You trash. And I was like, because I like that, though. You got to tell me that.
Like straight up. Like,
Yeah.
straight
So I
up.
was like, all right. But he was like, I'm going to show you. And then he showed me for, like, I got it in, like, a week. And after that week, I went home because by this time we couldn't go to the studio. So I just had to do everything remote. And I worked, when I tell you I DJed every day for like 6 to 8 hours, every single
Just
day.
learning.
Just learning, just mixing, just doing whatever, learning the board, messing up, pressing buttons to figure out like what was wrong.
Yeah.
And just worked and worked and worked. And then I had my logos created, put them all over the thing. And somebody like randomly was like, yo, do you do parties? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like my business model set up, nothing. So I just did that party. And that's when I realized, okay, I'm all right with this. I'm pretty good. And then time just kept going, and I started getting more equipment. Like, you know, I bought a case, I bought speakers, I bought a microphone.
You start leveling up.
How
Oh,
big
yeah.
was this party though? The first one you ever did?
It was like a small birthday party, bro. It's like a surprise birthday. Because keep in mind, it's COVID.
Yeah.
So it was like maybe 15 people, right, in an apartment. Some girl had rented out not some girl, my homegirl, Sunny. Shout out to Sunny in VA. She rented an Airbnb for her girlfriend.
Gotcha.
And they had like a surprise
sounds lit.
birthday.
Yeah.
And so I was set up in the kitchen. It was me, my little board. I had
On the kitchen table?
the kitchen counter, but not even a table, like the counter next
Like
to
an
like
island?
the
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
get this one little spot.
Yeah, next to like the bowl of punch, and I had like one little JBL speaker, like a monitor speaker, and I just was playing it, and that was it. So from that, I just kept practicing and practicing during the whole pandemic.
When did you realize, like, okay, this is something special?
When I'm gonna tell you when this is what happened. So I lost my job at the radio station because of COVID, and I remember sitting. Now I got my whole little studio set up in the house. And I'm sitting there. They gave me the call. It was a Tuesday. I remember it was a Tuesday. And my grandma comes in. That day I had put on Facebook, like, all right, I'm not at the radio station anymore.
Remember that?
Yeah, I'm not at the radio station anymore. I'm going to, full-time with my events and, hit me up if y'all need an event done or whatever. At this time, too, I also invested in an event space. So I had that as well. So then...
Always got something going. I like
Bro,
that.
you have
I
to.
like,
For
bro,
real.
that's
That's what
crazy.
I'm
Like no
talking
matter
about.
what goes on, he always got
got
something
something.
right
Always.
there.
So I remember sitting in the chair like, damn, like trying to process what happened. Like, cause bro, I was taking a shit when they called me. No lie, bro. Like I was sitting on the toilet, getting ready to take a shower to go to work. And he called me and was like, all right, I gotta let you go. And I was like,
Damn.
Just like that?
Yeah,
He said like, all right, I can't do this no more. Like,
yeah, he's like, I can't, afford it. And he's like, bang. It's like, oh, okay, shit. Well, I went in, I took a shower anyways because I took a shit. So then, I remember I went and made some tea because that's my shit. I'm a tea guy.
Yeah, ginger tea.
No, I had I do drink ginger tea.
Ginger tea's the best
Yeah, but at
tea.
the time I think it was like
You
black
drink tea?
I love
black
tea.
You drink
chai or
tea all the
something.
time?
Nah,
love
he did.
tea.
He was trying to do that shit
love
for
tea,
years.
yeah.
already.
Tea is good, bro. Take it up,
Amazing.
bro. It's
Like,
good.
I
Nah,
like coffee.
Yeah, I'm a coffee guy.
I don't drink coffee at all.
Me either. I'm not. Only time I drink coffee is when Maria makes it. Just because I
Shout out my grandma, love
Yeah,
you.
because I don't want to.
You know
I don't want to turn that
You
down.
can't say no. You can't say
I want to
no.
turn that down. I'm gonna take it and my heart gonna race a little bit. We'll be all right. So then, like, I was sitting down, looking at the computer, just like lost for a minute. It was like a good 30 minutes when I was like lost.
Damn.
Yeah,
What,
like what the
you
hell?
make it seem like just 30 minutes. Like I would be
Well,
lost for like
I'm
a
gonna
week.
tell you why.
30 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you.
know
I'm
what
gonna
to
tell
do.
you why. Because like I was gonna be like, I was like, damn. Like, cause I worked so hard to like get on the radio, and it was
And you also got a daughter now.
yeah.
You got
That's another
Did
thing.
you have a girlfriend at the time?
No. I had somebody I was talking. Actually, I did have a girlfriend. You're right. Damn. Shout out my baby. But yeah, I did have a girlfriend at the time. It was fairly new, right?
What a great way to start a new relationship. I just got fired.
Yeah. I mean, we was
Are you sure you want this?
we was some months in, but it was like damn, like shit's about to get like
Oh,
real.
we didn't even touch on that. Telling your girlfriend. Oh no, because you were still working radio, so it wouldn't make sense. Okay, now.
Yeah. So I was sitting down I told her when I got fired. But then you can't tell women that shit like early in the morning because then
Yeah.
that shit bothered them all day.
Yeah.
So I like waited. But then
As you should.
That down.
yeah. So my grandma came in and was like, "Yo, why you not going to work?" And I was like, funny thing about that, I don't really have a job no more. And then she's a baby boomer, so she like flipped out, like, what are you gonna do for work? And my grandma's very, bless her heart, love you, grandma. She's very like go to college and all that, the old time stuff.
yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. I mean, I got the event space. I got more time to work on that. And as I'm talking to her, my phone is blowing up. Like, I kid you not. Like, it rings. I answer. Yo, you DJing? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Can you do a party for me this weekend? Like, at Saturday? I'm like, yeah. At this time, I had no speakers or nothing. All I had was my computer. I didn't even have a MacBook. I had an HP computer
Oh.
and my speaker.
Hey, those are good though.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on
Oh, reliable.
Yeah.
reliable. That's
Well,
what it
yeah,
is.
it is over. I still got it. I use it to download my music. So
They
I was
can't track you.
yeah. I was like, yeah. So booked that, right? Hung up. Somebody else called. Hey, I heard you got the event space. I need the event space booked. how much it's gonna be? I was like, at the time it was like $1,200. It's like, boom, said it. Let's meet next week. Bang, hung up.
Just casual.
Somebody else.
$1,200?
I was not expecting 1,200.
Yeah.
I was like $500.
We put a lot of like sweat equity into that building. So yeah, and then somebody else called. I'm telling you, like it was like
I'm blessed.
we're having the conversation, just like we're having a conversation, and no lie, it was like 15 calls.
Damn.
Bro.
And like I would say like maybe 5 of them were for the rent the space, and then the other 10 were like to DJ. And since that was February. That was a Tuesday in February. And since that day, I've been booked every weekend that I don't take off since then.
Damn.
For DJ.
Since then, so that's that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Good job.
Yeah. So that's when I knew I was, to answer your question, that's when I knew. And I would see people and like I would do, still to this day, I would do 2 and 3 events like in one day. Yeah. So my first event, when I DJ, the radio station had a speaker, but I still had my fob to get in the building. So I went there on Sunday night and like the cameras didn't work. So I snatched the PA.
He knew they didn't work.
And I did the event and I brought it back. And then I took that money, bought my speakers, and then I took some more money. And then they owed me like a check, and that check was pretty sizable. And I bought my MacBook, and then I just set the infrastructure, and then started doing my invoices. Start
Now,
rolling.
real quick, because obviously you're a visionary. So where do you see yourself, let's say, in the next year? Keep it short.
The next year, I would definitely have an album out because I definitely want to go like.
Oh, you're bringing it back?
Not me.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but you're bringing back the DJ albums, like from back in the day.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Oh, for real?
So that's,
Okay.
yeah. So I
what's
want
up.
to
Mixes and stuff.
So I'm gonna do those. Probably post those on somewhere I can make a little bit of money. And then I want to do albums like how Khaled does.
Yeah. Okay, I love that you're doing that, like the DJ Envy old albums. With
Yeah, that's what I want to do both.
Okay.
So like artist only albums, like hosting albums and all that kind of stuff. I want to get back to that kind of stuff.
You're bringing, I love that shit.
And then that's kind of where I want to just
I've been in my
take it.
mixtape back, and I miss mixtape so bad.
Yeah, bro.
That's a
Everybody
lost
do, bro.
art. It's a lost
Everybody
art.
do, bro.
It's a lost
So I want to
art.
make mixtapes because now you can play them like albums.
Because he's the one that put me on. Because you guys both know how much I love Fighting Lights. He's the one that put me on Fighting Lights.
Why you the
Because when I came to him,
originator?
I'm like, yo, I love J. Cole. He said, bro, I know you like J. Cole. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Because
Because we used to get into these arguments about the guys he listened to versus the guys I listened to. And I was in college when Friday Night Lights came out. Like I was a freshman.
And graduation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Graduation came out my first semester.
His first semester.
Yeah,
I was like 5 when that came out.
My first album I ever bought was Get Rich or Die Trying. I was like 14. And then the next one was College Dropout. I bought it playing AU basketball during the summer.
That's fucking crazy. Yo, you had a good
Yeah, bro, that was like
music.
the thing. I remember Section 80. I remember all that stuff.
Nah, music, like growing up with music back then must have been like such a more grander
Bro,
experience.
because I grew up in the blog era of music. The Big Sean's, the Wiz Khalifa's, all that. You know what I'm talking about. All that. Like that's when Big Sean, like he got a story about like MySpace messaging Wiz Khalifa about doing a project together. This is when Currency was like just starting his thing, leaving Cash Money. Like it was a lot. Like it was a lot of stuff going on.
Back then, right? When all these albums and things came out, was it as big as they are now? Like
was like people like
Like,
hyped
what's
for it
hyped
more.
about
Like,
It was the
like,
mixtapes. Like if your shit was on like Dat Piff. Or like
I got
live,
that pit on
or like
right
live
now.
mixtapes, or like Spinrilla, like you were like, you know what I'm talking about, like you were, you had to like, I had the iPod, like
Finally found somebody.
yeah, I had a big iPod with the one with the touch,
with the wheel.
and then I had the one without the wheel where you could just touch it. And you would have to download the music, plug your iPod in, and then put the music on your iPod. So your shit would read like J. Cole, MP3.
The MP3.
We used to do that too back in the
bro.
days.
I remember my dad used to show me how to do that.
Yeah,
That's like,
so
that's crazy.
I used to do that. I used to burn CDs in high school. That's how I started my music stuff.
Like, I'm so young. That's my focus.
Nah, bro, no. My dad used to burn like hella CDs. I don't know what, like
I used to burn
movies,
CDs,
music, everything.
Yeah, I used to burn CDs and sell them.
Wow.
Yeah.
The hustle.
Yeah, bro. In high school, early high school, I used to like do that. I remember like I bought Nelly, cause you could like buy the actual CD, burn it on the computer, and the computer would save it. So then you could like. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you can make. So I would have like I had like CD book, like a big CD. Imagine like a huge like textbook, but it's full of CDs.
I couldn't imagine.
I remember CD
And I used to
books,
have it in
though.
my backpack, and you could get like I think I charged like $10 for a like what happened is a mix CD. So dudes were like, or girls were like, give me like a list of like 18 songs because you could fit about 18 songs
Hey,
on,
could
on
you
a
like
CD.
put them what they want?
And I could download the songs
I
they
remember
wanted,
that.
and I'll make them mix
I
CDs.
remember
And then
that.
if you
Do you see the correlation between?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're seeing right now.
My grandmother used to always say like, I should have given you the stuff you have now a long time ago. She's apologized to me for that. For not giving me that stuff, because she used to see me do it. I almost fried our computer with LimeWire, bro. Hey, I
know
kid you
about
not,
LimeWire,
bro.
bro.
Bro, I can't tell you how many Soulja Boy songs I downloaded. Yeah, that Soulja Boy was like the thing, bro. And when
Most
he said he's
influential
the
rapper.
first to do a lot of stuff,
He's right.
No, he really is.
yeah, bro. I was there when he was doing that stuff on YouTube, and nobody was like.
He was the
believing
first
that
one to
stuff.
FaceTime on a music video. I remember
Yeah.
that. I'm like, this dude was
Bro,
doing
everybody
everything.
wanted to be Soulja Boy growing up, bro.
That's crazy.
I remember.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember my
crazy
sister
shit.
like when I got my sister's car. It's still like my sister like one of the last cars that actually has like the CD thing.
Hey, mine
so I'm
does.
like. Well, I mean, like, my car is like is newer, you know. I'm like trying to say
Yeah.
it's a little bit newer, so it still has a CD thing. So I'm like, oh, Dad, like you gotta like burn this CD for me, burn this for that. I'm like, and then I got introduced to Apple Music. I'm like, that just got all thrown out the
Y'all
window.
have like the
Everything
CD
got
players
thrown out the window.
like that come with the car, right? So back then you used to get like an aftermarket CD player, and you used to have to pop it out and take it out because people were breaking your car and
Yeah,
steal
I
it.
know about
Yo,
that.
Yo, I used to have a Civic like that.
Yeah.
They stole my thing because you had to, like the little clip and you
Yep.
had to put it in your glove box so
Yeah.
nobody could see it. And then
And we would lock the glove box,
Yo,
or
in my
we would
house-
literally take it in the house, take the whole thing in the
Yeah,
house.
in my house, they
CDs
used
and
to
all,
break the
take
window,
everything in the
man.
house. See, he knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. So if you wanted a mix CD, $10. If you wanted just the album I already had in my bag, $5. And I used to slang them. I used to get in trouble for that shit all the time.
you know how in our high school we had like the Daisy cookies and the Gatorade. They used to
Yeah.
sell for like
Selling
he was selling CDs.
I
was
used
like,
to
you got
sell
that
sell
new-
candy too when I was like in middle school.
Oh, so that's just
And
universal.
Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
you told me too.
That's universal.
You know what I'm talking about, man. Bro, that's how I used to use that money to like buy basketball shoes.
Bro,
or, like,
you come to school with like a duffy,
slushies.
like a little duffel bag, or you like?
No, I
have,
just
like,
had
a
I had an extra. Back then I wasn't, duffel bags weren't like the thing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It was, you had a regular like JanSport backpack, and then you had like drawstring backpacks.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
so
about.
I used to
okay.
have
Those guys
I used to
are
have
weird,
them in
man.
my
Just have a backpack.
in my drawstring bag. I used to have a drawstring backpack. I used to keep it in my locker, and I used to take it home and like download the music, put the CDs
You be
in.
telling the other students, yo, meet me at the locker real quick.
Yeah.
Meet me over here.
Like, yo, what you want for today?
Yo, what you want? What you
Or
want?
they used to be
Take
like,
it.
or we would go to like PE and they would be like, yo, you got that, what you call them? And I take it, all right, I'm gonna get you, now go to my locker and go to PE, flip through the book, get what they want.
Oh, you do the book.
Yeah. And then, the pages would like fold a little bit, so you gotta kind of.
Be like, scoop them back up. I know,
Y'all remember doing that, right? With
Bro,
the
the
CDs?
CD, bro, I used to have
What?
movies like
Yeah, people
my
do.
dad would
Big
burn it
ass,
on a
the big
CD.
ass one, right?
Yeah, I didn't make it to burning movies. That wasn't my thing because they was locking people up for that shit for real. So I wasn't doing
I mean,
that
I was
shit.
just joking. Like,
But
Allegedly.
No,
allegedly.
I'm saying,
allegedly.
but I would go to the barbershop and cop like the DVDs. I remember like that's how I used to get the Medea movies and all that.
Oh, downtown Patterson by like the Broadway people used to always sell their shit.
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
Like $5,
All
start
the
like
time.
I used to go to the store. Oh man, I hope my man ain't doing this. I used to go to the store when I first moved up here. I used to go to the store on what's that 17th, right by your house.
It's like all in mugs.
Yeah, I used to go
Yeah.
get T-shirts from y'all. I used to get V-necks from y'all all the time.
What, got the ski mask?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Ski mask.
Yeah, he be selling ski masks and stuff.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's allegedly we was robbing stuff.
Allegedly, yeah.
Robbing hearts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I used to go in there and get my my V-necks, and they used to have like the
People
DVDs.
still do that. Not the V-necks. I know.
You still wear V-necks?
No, this is
I don't
when
know,
this is
oh,
when
yeah.
V-necks
Oh,
was popping. This
okay.
is
V-necks
this is when we was
no more.
jerking and like when Vans first became like cool. When Vans used to cost like $40, and now you motherfuckers made them.
I mean, it's only like 60.
nah, but you could
You know, that's just because of inflation, you know?
Champion too. I remember Champion used to be at Walmart.
Oh, no,
Oh, yeah,
Champion got
Yeah.
Champion got
OD.
OD crazy.
You know-
I got a lot of old Champion stuff that's fire because it's just.
You
It
heard
was just
about, you heard
Walmart.
about the dunk shit now? Like dunks back in the day, Full Locker, always there, Full Locker.
Yep.
Always find them now.
I blame you, mother.
I don't even got a pair of dunks.
Nah, it's the resellers messed that shit up.
No, the
for real.
resellers, like, it's
fuck
over.
everything
Yeah,
up.
I remember Dunks. Dunks used to be the shoe you get laughed at for wearing because they used to be like the rip off of like Uptowns. the Air Forces.
Yeah.
So you used to get the Air Forces. So I used to. And then Nelly came out with the song, and everybody in the world wanted
Air
them.
Force One.
Yeah, I had the all white high top strapped with the gun bottoms. That's what my shit.
Oh
man,
I never liked the high tops though. With the little
I don't like the high
thing
tops
that
either.
you can like.
Yeah,
what's
no,
that thing
no, I
called?
had the mids, the high, the highs.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah, the
about.
highs. You talk, had a little flimsy thing. on it. No. I had the mids with the good strap.
Gotcha.
And I had the gun bottoms. We got them from Atlanta.
What are you, a guy who's in his middle, like probably 50 right now, right? How old are you? 50? 50
Nice.
50 minus 7?
I feel like you hear my knees crack.
What do you feel
Now I'm 32, man.
What do you
Oh,
feel
young
about
as
the state
hell.
of
Yeah.
music right now? Because I'm at the point now where I just, like, after finally hearing what you've been telling me to hear for years,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's right.
That's like all you want to hear now.
This
Like
new
I
shit is
only want
ass.
like
I told you.
compared to like everything, but it's like you could like hear
But
stuff like that.
I'll tell you, it's not much difference than when I was like, when I got really into it. You know what I mean? Because if you think about all of the rappers that came out, right? There were still like garbage rappers when J. Cole came around, when Currency and Wiz
that's just,
and
like, inevitable.
Big Sean and Wale. Like I was there with Wale and his mixtape run. You know what I mean? I'm forgetting a lot of people, but
Lil Wayne?
Yeah, well,
Oh, so-
Lil Wayne was already Lil Wayne
I mean,
So you're
yeah.
when
saying,
we got to there.
So you're saying you just can't avoid the trash, just pick out
You
the
can't.
diamonds?
That's what makes them so good though.
Mm.
Because if you think about, I tell people all the time, they talk about how music is so trash, but look at who's at the top, right? You know,
Drake, Kanye,
yeah. You know what I mean?
Lil Baby,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
But he's good though.
Yeah, he's
No,
good.
Lil
You know what I
Baby
mean?
was good.
He's one of
Oh,
the
Lil
ones
Baby, yeah.
that are
Tyler.
like the diamonds in the rough.
In the
Like
rough.
all amongst all of the riff rap, the cream always gonna rise. So I think it's just
That's a nice ass saying.
it's full like
Yeah,
it's
that's title of the podcast.
it's full circle though with that stuff. Like my uncle used to tell me in the '80s, there was a lot of garbage rappers, and then there was Run DMC and Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and all that kind of stuff. The '90s, you know what I mean? It was Pac, Biggie, but it was a lot of garbage. It's no different, bro. That's what makes them good.
So over time, we would forget about the trash rappers. We
Yeah.
would only remember the diamonds.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like the trash rappers will do what they do.
You know, be a
Because
little,
they're always
be a
gonna have
big
the
little
fans,
trend.
they're always gonna
Yeah,
have the
and
fans.
then you'll have Corday. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
being Corday, Tyler, Baby.
Yeah,
JID.
J.I.D.
JID. Like
crazy.
you'll have you know what I mean. You'll have those guys because Kendrick and them were those guys. And if you look at who those guys stand next to, it's those guys. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Jay-Z is regarded as the greatest ever of all time, right?
Yeah.
He's in that conversation. He discovered J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? It's like Lil Wayne has discovered
Drake
and Nicki Minaj. Like
Minaj.
these are artists who are considered the best in the world. You know what I mean?
J. Cole discovered JID. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
It's like a legacy.
Yeah, so we talk about like Dr. Dre, one of the best producers ever, who discovers Eminem, who discovers 50 Cent, and then they discover The Game, and then they discover Kendrick
And 50
Lamar.
discovers
Yo, that's
Offset.
And
crazy.
then that's how
It's like
that
it's like a
works
family
though.
tree.
That's how that works though, if you think about it. You know what I mean?
that's-
That's
Think of-
wild.
And if that's why I don't pay no attention to all of like the riff raps.
No, it's crazy because you never really think about it like that. You just be thinking like these new rappers just be popping up. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm here now.
But if
like,
you
I'm
get
doing
caught
this.
up, if you get caught up on that, then you'll like miss out like on the good stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I
like
did.
the only difference is now is way more access for y'all to get to it. Like if you weren't talented back when I like was in college, you weren't making it to the blog sites. You know what I mean? You wanted to be on the blog sites, or you wanted to be on like Dat Piff. Like they wouldn't take in just you couldn't just upload any mixtape on there. Like somebody had to like
Also,
go to
there's-
them.
There's so much now where it's harder to get lost.
Yeah, it's
That's why
saturation.
SoundCloud changed the game, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah,
It wasn't
you found hella
SoundCloud
people.
back then. It was like you could like find a song on MySpace when people used to like
MySpace.
Yeah, for real. I think MySpace stopped that shit because they was teaching people how to like code and make websites and shit.
God
right?
damn.
Yeah, no, you really
Well,
had to
MySpace
code
been the
to put
originator.
like your pictures up, your music in the right spot. Like you really had to like go
heard
in there
about
with
that.
like codes, like how people make webs. You were making a literal website.
That's what's up, bro.
And so they stopped all that shit once Facebook came around, but that's how that shit worked. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't pay no attention to it. So like the youngins who are nice, they'll be the cream of the crop, as just like the other guys. There was a lot of trash growing like when I was coming up. You know what I mean? Like if you just look at all the people like Rockefeller signed over Kanye. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that they looked
Crazy, 'cause
over Kanye as a producer. There's a lot of people who looked over 50 Cent.
As a rapper, right?
Eminem.
Yeah.
That's why.
Even Jay-Z, he didn't get signed to what? Like, almost close to 30.
Yeah. Now Jay-Z was 26. He was 26 when he dropped Reasonable Doubt on his own.
And people hated the album when it first came out.
The album was a slow burn.
Yep.
Album was a
Now
slow
it's
burn.
Classic.
Yep.
one of the
And then it
best
picked
classics.
up. And then they did their deal with Def Jam. And then that's how you have Jay-Z you have now.
So this you know about this podcast, but this podcast somehow has become a Kanye only podcast.
When we talk
I
about
was
music,
just
we
about
just
to ask the
always
question,
go
like, yo,
towards
how did
them.
Kanye really like come about though? I know he was
Okay.
producing for like Jay-Z
So
technically, right?
Kanye came out. He was a fire producer, right? But at the time, Kanye was getting a lot, and you can attest to this. Kanye was getting a lot of trash. Like a lot of people was hating on him because he sampled so heavy, like everybody else didn't sample.
Wait, didn't like Lil Wayne go crazy with samples too? Like,
But this was like
Different
kind of like
sampling.
before that, you know what I mean? But he was a producer, and his samples were so like prominent.
all from I got you.
Yeah, so people was like, "Oh, this is not how producers do." Mind you, the first beat ever made, the first rap song ever made, Sugar Hill Gang, it was a sample. You know what I'm saying? So this is old people hating. So he had a bunch of hits with like Jay-Z. I'm
So
pretty sure.
Jay-Z was the one who like, yo, come produce for me.
Nah, it was Dame. Dame is the one who discovered Kanye.
Dame
my
Dash,
big
baby.
brother,
Yeah. And then Jay's like that's how he got to Jay to play his beats. And then he used to try to rap for them, and they was like, "Yeah, you all right." But then Kanye took his own money from producing and made it Through the Wire.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what Dame was like. Oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
rap.
and then Dame said he signed him because he made a boss move. Like he funded the video and the whole thing, and then that's how they that's Kanye we got now. And then he came out with College Dropout, and when College Dropout, okay,
I love this. I love this.
I love this too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love it.
Now I feel like little kids and we all sat down listening to the story.
because when Kanye came out, right, he came out in between like gangster rap and like the J. Cole's and the Drake's and all. He came out before, like in between that. Like it was a gap of just gangster music. Like the South was running shit. It was like Gucci Mane, T.I., it was like
Which
Jeezy.
hard? The South is running shit right now.
Well, yeah, but it was like the North ain't really have much. Like it was like dead.
So
It
just
was
hope.
like Dipset, and that was like it. It was like the Midwest. Nelly was doing his thing. Like it was like a lot, right? That wasn't going on, you know, for the North,
north side of
like
the
anywhere
yeah.
really. And then it was there was nobody rap. Everybody was gangster rap. Everybody was shoot 'em up, bang bang, 17-5 for the key.
Blah, blah.
You know what I mean? Deep boy. Everybody was rapping like, yeah. Everybody's rapping like BMF, like they was part of BMF, right? It was that kind of rap, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
this was after like the Diddy wave, the Bad Boy shiny suit shit. So right after this, everybody wanted to be street, right? So you got all these street rappers, and even Jay-Z was rapping about like
The
the
street
drug
shit,
game and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, he was.
And here comes Kanye. Kanye came out. He used to wear his polo
Pink
shirts.
polos.
He used to wear like sometimes he would wear like both collars up. Kanye is the reason for the Louis backpack. And he came out rapping about college. And people were like, what the fuck is this? At first. But everybody like our age was like, yo, this is dope. Because we wasn't like,
Street.
We
We
was
always
in
in
college.
college. We
Y'all
didn't
didn't be
like
in college. Like,
yeah, like, but we were heading to college. Like I was maybe 14, 15 when College Dropout came. So we were starting the PSATs and I played sports. So I mean, I did my time in the street, whatever, after high school. But during high school, it was like get to college. Like everybody at the time was like get to college. He was the college guy, the college rapper, right? So that he came up like nobody was really like how Jay-Z came up with the platinum. People would start wearing platinum. Kanye started with the Jesus piece. Nobody was really rocking Jesus pieces like that. Or if they were, they weren't rapping about it.
Yeah.
Right? So here's this guy. College Dropout came out. And Through the Wire came out, which is a dope-ass song to begin with. But in the College Dropout, the concept of it is literally him, like, going through the motions of college.
Yep.
And that shit just turned everything around, bro. Like,
Upside down.
everything, bro. Like, Kanye
Started the backpack wave.
Yeah. Kanye started the backpack wave. He started the backpack wave.
J. Cole's,
Yep.
all of them motherfuckers. Talib, all of them.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
Lupe-
Well,
Lupe
Talib was
Fiasco?
out first. He was out first, and then Mos Def was out first. Like they was already out. Common was already out. But what Kanye did was his mainstream success. Like if you listen to the College Dropout, he puts them on there.
Yeah,
you know what
words,
I mean?
all of them.
That's what he say. He could do albums with songs where he put Talib with Jay-Z and all that stuff. Like he was producing his stuff. And
He had the best 3-album run in history.
yeah, bro. Like College Dropout
You
came
go
and
more
it
than
was
that if you want.
it was a rap. But
Now,
Kanye,
where were you? Because you always told me, where were you when 808s dropped?
I was
You said
sophomore.
I'm just saying.
Bro, he
'cause
went college
I'm saying,
dropout,
but-
late registration,
yeah, but the-
graduation,
but the-
808s, and Twisted
Yeah.
Fantasy.
But the
He,
graduation, but the college.
I would say he had the five greatest because the first three were the concept of school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, all the way to graduation.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be a good ass job. Was supposed to be before 808s. Because if his mom never died, he's taking a job, good ass job.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a what do you call it? A quadrilogy.
Like an epilogue,
Yeah.
quadrilogy or something.
Yeah, quadrilogy.
Yeah.
That shit.
So he that shit was just amazing. Like he
Yo,
just
you fucking witnessed everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
back
can
to
only
back.
imagine just
I
being there
was
when it
in. I'm
dropped.
telling you, I was in college when graduation came out. That summer,
must
my
have been
first
a
semester,
euphoric
graduation came
album.
out. That was like I never heard anything like that before.
That's my favorite Kanye
Like
album.
Late Registration was great, and College Dropout was even greater. But Graduation was like the one, bro. Like it was like
Graduation's amazing.
it was
It's a
like
perfect album.
it, bro.
It's
Like
perfect.
yeah, he came out with like that was the first time like artists was doing the thing with like the crossover with the Japanese stuff, like the Asian stuff when he came out with Stronger. And that sample, like he was just taking the different type of samples, bro. The sample from Big Brother is like super like out of the
Wait, what's the sample for Big Brother?
give me I can't think of it offhand.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
brother.
But I don't know what the sample is.
Yeah, but that wasn't a
I know
Kanye.
Stronger is the.
But that wasn't a Kanye beat though. But he helped like put that together. But that whole album was just like, bro, I'm running that shit back in my Champion, bro. Running that shit back in my head, like,
Can't
like,
tell me nothing. All that
yeah.
Barry Bonds, everything.
yeah, that was
Barry Bonds is
that was one.
Homecoming
That was
too,
one
bro. I
of the
love
first
Homecoming.
times too, an artist took somebody else's ad libs and used them in the song.
For which song?
Can't tell me nothing.
Oh yeah, Yeezys.
Yeah, the
the
Jeezy,
Jeezy
yeah.
ad libs. Yeah.
And then Flashing Lights, bro. That album was just like on
Everything I Am. Oh my god.
Another world, bro.
The
The
glory
Glory,
is
bro.
so underrated too.
And then he came out with 808s. 808s, I was a sophomore.
Dog, how the fuck, bro? You're so lucky,
Word.
man.
Yeah, bro.
you
I
always
remember.
did,
I remember
yeah.
listening to "Say You Will" and "Warm Up Lines."
Say you will, and that birth Drake, cause Drake and that.
Without Kanye, we don't get Drake.
I thought it was without Lil Wayne we don't get Drake, but not.
Well, we do, because Kanye. I mean, Wayne put him like there, him and Jay Prince or whatever. But without Kanye, we don't get the sound of the evolution of Drake, or even how Drake came about. Because Kanye was doing the singies, like Nelly was doing it first. Well, Ja Rule, Nelly, 50 Cent somewhat, but Kanye took it and he was doing like the whole song. You know what I mean?
It's spectacular.
Whole song auto tune, the whole song. Like
Emotional.
about vulnerability. You know what I mean? Like he was like 808s was like Joe Budden with melody.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Joe Budden was really the first artist to like get into like that vulnerable, right? That melancholy type of stuff.
Do you know he's from Jersey?
Yeah.
I
Like
didn't know
people
that.
d't even give him his credit
Yeah.
and his
Joe Budden.
flowers,
Joe
bro.
Budden's from
He's
Jersey.
from Jersey
Yeah.
City, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So if you take Joe Budden and Kanye, that's what gives you Drake.
I heard that
That's
before.
tough.
I heard that
And
before.
in his
Yeah.
first mixtape, he took that Say You Will beat and made
Yeah.
that.
So then like Drake came out.
And you was, bro, you was there.
Yeah,
for
09,
Kanye, you was
09.
there
I
for
was
Drake.
I was oh yeah,
Let's be there
09.
for the birth
Wait,
of
you
these
was there for
uh,
beautiful.
Oh my
Twisted-
Oh no,
Twisted
he
What?
just died between 08 and.
Yeah.
You was there for Twisted Fantasy.
He's been there for all of
Yeah,
them.
bro. I remember when they debuted Monster on Hot 97.
God.
They played the whole song.
Was that before they dropped the album?
Yeah, that was a single. One
Real
of the
quick, I
singles.
want to take a quick detour.
And a Runaway.
Oh, my
Because-
Runaway.
Before the music, we got.
Well, I gotta take
because
my
of-
hoodie off. It's hot in
Because
here.
of basketball. And we was there. We did the
Bald? Damn, yo. God. How long has it been since you seen me?
Oh, wow,
Yeah, man. I don't do the whole receding hairline thing. That's not my thing.
Ain't no LeBron. He just takes
Not
it
my
off.
thing.
Big on LeBron. Like we was there for the whole LeBron and Curry shit. You was there for the whole LeBron shit. But now that we saw Curry last night broke the 3-point record, what do you think?
I think it's cool. Cause like,
Oh, is this cool?
Yeah, it's
no,
alright. It's alright.
because I think it's okay. When I say it's cool, like it's super dope. Cause I remember,
Super dope.
see, y'all wasn't of age when Steph Curry was at Davidson.
No, I just heard a story.
I heard stories.
Like
I
he
heard
torched.
crazy.
He from his junior year in the tournament
Yeah.
to his senior year, he torched everybody. Like he was a scorer, but he was small. He get injured a lot. He wasn't the best on defense, so they didn't know how he was gonna pan out in the NBA. But you can see, bro, he like what he's doing now. He was doing that in college. Like I'm telling you, he was like, if you watch highlights from that tournament, like he was just nuts, bro. Like in every school like passed up on him. That's how he ended up at Davidson. And so it was just super cool. Like I like seeing that stuff, right? I like seeing it from the start. That's why like I'm such a huge like Nipsey Hussle fan. Because I was there
From the jump?
From the
R.I.P.
jump. Yeah, from
He
the
was really just
Slauson
getting
Boy,
started.
Slauson Boy 2.
One album.
I was there from the jump. He's the first. I would say he's the first person, in my opinion. Well, J. Cole to start making mixtapes as good as albums.
Because people say, like, in my opinion, I think Final Night is J. Cole's best body work, period.
You a J.
Yeah,
Cole
of
fan?
course.
You a big J. Cole fan?
Yeah.
Bro, he put him on Friday Night Lights.
He did.
Yeah.
But it changed my life.
I remember meeting
It
J.
changed my
Cole
life.
and Currency when J. Cole was
Is that meeting?
You met J. Cole?
I met him at Rutgers Fest,
Wow.
You met J. Cole?
my freshman year in college.
Like he said, yo, what's up, AD? Like,
Nah.
Not like that.
Well, I mean,
man.
obviously,
Well, okay,
but-
so what happened was
Rutgers Fest, like here in
not Currency, it was Wiz Khalifa. J.
You
Cole,
met
Wiz Khalifa.
J. Cole and Wiz
Yeah.
What?
So Rutgers Fest at Rutgers. Yeah.
Wow.
My homeboy had a girlfriend at the time at Rutgers. She went to Rutgers. She got us tickets for free, and we went.
For free.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we went.
But this is before J. Cole was J. Cole.
Yeah. This was
This
like
mixtape J.
this
Cole,
was Friday Night Lights J. Cole,
Gotcha.
but he wasn't like J. Cole.
Friday
yet.
Night Lights came after Silent Stories, right? Because wasn't it? Because he came out Silent Stories, right? And then,
Yeah, and he came back with comeback season too. Not comeback season. That's
Warm-up.
Drake. The warm up.
Yeah.
So he was performing some of the songs of Friday Night Lights.
Because I heard the label, because he showed the label Friday Night Lights, they're like, no, that's not going to work for the radio.
Yeah.
So he
So he
dropped
put it out,
Silent
so-
Stories, like, all right,
so he-
take this, but my real fans, y'all have this.
Yeah, so
really.
he was performing, and then they had like not like a meet and greet, but it was like chilling, like with all the college kids. And I remember they was like passing out CDs, you know, the grind.
Yeah.
And we was like all around like chilling or whatever, and then we was talking to him because we played basketball and he played basketball. Like it was a thing, was having like a real conversation. And Wiz, like I didn't know who Wiz was at first, but he was just like the same Wiz he is now is the same Wiz he was when I met him.
For real?
He was real
Man,
cool.
never
He was like, yo, what's up?
Mellow time.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm Wiz Khalifa, and I remember being like, that's a weird ass name. And he was like smoking, right? And they was trying to tell him like put that out. He was like, ta ha 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 ha, like that shit, right? He was like, I'm not putting this shit out. And they just, I guess they left him alone.
They're like,
and he was
Khalifa.
Yeah, he was passing out like mixtapes, right? And then he was like, yeah, be on the lookout. I got a new single coming out. It's called Black and Yellow.
No.
way.
Yeah, bro.
Get the fuck out
Yo,
of here.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's the first rap song I ever heard in my life. No cap, yo.
Probably.
Yo,
And then-
I was rapping like it was nothing.
And then it took me a minute because you know you meet these guys when they're like new. They not on TV a lot back, especially not back then. They not on all those social media, so you don't really remember them. I had Friday Night Lights because J. Cole gave me the mixtape.
J. Cole
That's how I
gave
got
you
it.
Friday
J.
Night Lights.
Cole.
And that's how I
Friday
put it on my
Nights.
thing. Yeah, and then
That's crazy.
Wiz Khalifa was handing out the stuff, but he ran out of I can't remember the name of that mixtape.
It wasn't Kush.
No, it wasn't Cushion OJ. It's the one before that. Cushion OJ I had. That shit was nice. That's
I
also
saw that video. I was
that's
like,
that's
what?
also up there for top 10.
Damn.
Cushion
Yeah.
OJ top 10 mixtapes all time. Yeah,
I
Cushion
gotta
OJ.
start listening to mixtapes, bro.
So
Yeah, word.
but he ran out of CDs before he could get me his CD, and he was like, "Yo, be on the lookout for my I'm at my single Black and Yellow. It's called Black and Yellow," and I remember that shit. And then it hit.
Yeah, that shit
And I
hits.
didn't remember
That
like
shit
who
hit.
it was him. I didn't like put two and two together, and I was like, "Yo, why does that song sound so familiar?" And then my boy hit me and was like, "Yo, that's the dude that was at Rutgers Fest."
That's crazy.
He was like, and then he was like, then the Steelers got a hold of it, and then
That's where I first heard it. In that
Outta
Super
here.
Bowl, Steelers versus, I
The
forgot who the
Steelers
Ravens.
just
yeah,
killed it.
he was out of here.
Yo, before we end this, I want to see your top 5 athletes and your top 5 artists of all time.
Okay, so top 5 athletes in any sports.
No, yeah, because I want to.
All right, so
No
orders,
No
just
order.
okay, all right. So my all-time 2 favorite athletes is Deion Sanders and Allen Iverson.
Who?
Yeah, Allen Iverson.
Dion,
Yeah.
you like Dion?
Yeah.
So he was like a Sean. You saw Sean Taylor play live?
Bro, we got time for this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
We got 3 minutes,
No,
motherfucker.
we started late. Remember?
Nah, we got 3.
I'll come back next week. No, I remember seeing that Sean Taylor at Miami and all that.
Yeah, I
stuff.
wish I could see
Yeah.
it. Y'all.
So AI, Deion, I gotta go with LeBron. I gotta go with my uncle, my family, Vernon Maxwell. Give him that one. And if I had to choose a 5th, off the dome, I gotta go Bill Russell.
Not gonna put Kobe in there?
Nah, because the play in the civil rights era was nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go Bill. And I'm a basketball guy, so I will go him over Ali just because Bill Russell's like still here, like
Gotcha.
you know what I mean, fighting and shit.
How
So
about artists? No genre, just in
all right,
general.
artists. My favorite artist is Marvin Gaye of all time. Favorite artist of all time is Marvin Gaye. I'm gonna put Pharrell in here because he's my favorite producer, but he's an artist too, so I'm gonna put Pharrell in there. T.I.
Wow.
Yeah,
This motherfucker loves y'all.
T.I.
Don't get him started, bro.
We don't got time for that.
Trick Daddy. Yeah, I'm from Florida, so Trick Daddy was like the very first like rap song I heard. And I'm gonna go Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
Yeah,
Wow,
because
that's
without Uncle Luke, we don't
dark
have the
horse.
parental advisory sticker. Like,
yeah, that's the one.
this is Miami. Like, I grew up. I was in the '90s, so I was Uncle Luke. I grew up in the. I was a kid in the '90s.
But he was crazy with
What's
his
the album you
videos,
recommend
Yeah.
to somebody to
Oh
listen
yeah,
to?
recommend our viewers to one album right now.
Wale album, Florin 2. I'm still listening
Florin
to that.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, that's like new?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like something you know,
Oh,
like
okay,
something
okay,
you like.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you 2.
Oh,
I'll go Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
And then I'll go, let's go Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Adi. Thank you so much. It's been
Yeah, man.
Thank you
Appreciate y'all.
very much.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Podcast, episode 13. See y'all next week.
Episode 30. Thank you. Give it up for AD. Shout out AD. We love y'all.
Fading out. Shit, I'm ready fading out. Yeah. I'm smoking on green now, I'm blowing these trees out, yeah. I'm making a scene now, you made me a fiend now, yeah. I smoke so much, I only feel good when I fade out. I drink so much, I only feel good when I black out. I'm getting this fast money, I'm fucking these bad